Hey, Royal Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. We need to examine more deeply who we be and who we choose to be with. I don't think we examine it enough. I don't. I. I. I don't know if we are lonely or we really, truly, and honestly don't know. Um, but we need to examine more deeply who we are first of all and who we choose to be with. I don't think we examine that good enough. You look at the money, the cars, the house, um, how they dress and how they talk, but it's something deeper that we should be looking for. It's in the spiritual aspect of life. You can see, but truly, are you looking or are you truly seeing? Because, see, the reason why we have to be more conscious of who we be with is because when we start having children by these people whom we're not too familiar with, but we think we, and see, time doesn't actually make you familiar. Oh, I've been knowing her for 20 years. Do you? Do you know her or do you know what she let you know about her? Or him, whichever one it is. Because when you start having children, the mix could be disastrous. And then you be mad at your child for acting a certain way, but they can't act no more than the mother and the father. They gotta act like one or the other, or somebody in either family or both. Just say you had a good hearted person, a good hearted, spirited person, and then you had a selfish person, and they had a baby. Now we're talking about spiritual. We ain't saying the baby ain't fine. The baby could be fine and still crazy, throw it off. Oh, baby, I'm just telling you like a TIL. If you have take a good hearted spirited person and a selfish spirited person and they come together with what they call love, and that's fine with me. You're going to have a person who only operates in their good heartedness when it's something, only when they can get something out of it. See, the selfishness is only when it's about you, only when you can get something out of it. The good heartedness is good, but what is it motivated by, or is it just naturally good hearted? Some people are good hearted and they'll do things for you, but they're expecting something from you. So you need to understand the person who you're dealing with, especially if you think about procreating. We think and the thing about it is, we think when we notice something, that's when it started. A lot of things already been started. You just now noticed it. People be trying to tell you stuff about people, and you be like, nah. I don't reliable people because some people be just relying. They ain't reliable. They just be relying. They just tell a lie somebody else told it ain't even true. So they relying. They ain't supposed to be relied on. They just relying. Okay? But look, so it's like you think that that's when it happened, when you noticed it. But that person has always been that person. You just noticed the type of person that they are. Just like sometimes when you get in a relationship with somebody, and if this is a reliable person or a person that has sound mind, and you have to take into, because some people lie, they just lie for no reason, and they telling you about the baby mama or the baby daddy and the experience that they had with them, and you don't see those traits. They may actually change because they want to change for you. Not saying that the traits that the baby mama or the baby daddy is saying ain't true, but they might actually change their traits for you, because they want to for you. Anybody that don't want to do something, it doesn't matter how many times you ask them, you can be crying, begging, and pleading. Until they decide to do it, it's not going to get done. And if they want to do it so you can shut up, they might just do it and not do it in front of you, but they gonna do it behind you because that's the true them. So they doing the fake you, the fake person for you. So if somebody don't want to do something, you ain't got to ask them. If people really want to do something, you don't have to ask them to do it. They're gonna want to do it. That's it. They're gonna want to do it. So we have to really think about who we're with, and if we're planning on procreating with this person, what kind of children would come out of this? Because we often get mad at the children, but they can't act no more different or better than the bloodline. There are some sorts of families, sometimes the bloodline, they come in as a curse breaker. And this child or this grows up to be this person that God has created to be, to stop this toxicity in this line in this family. And they usually call them the black sheep, or they call them chosen now. But you have to understand that child going to go through something. That child going to work through something, because everybody around them is lost. It's like feeling in the darkness. They're going to get touched by things and by people that they shouldn't be touched by. But God has a way of making that work out to the point where they're strong enough to go through and get a breakthrough, even though all the things that they went through. So, and a lot of things is that the reason why we don't notice, like I said, they lay dormant. A lot of things, when you meet people, that stuff be laying dormant, and they be waiting, that spirit waiting for the proper time for it to rise up to do whatever it is that needs to be done. They apply all the manipulation and all the other things to get you to feel or think a certain kind of way. That's why you have to be sound-minded about everybody in your life. People say, "Oh, I know she would do. That's my sister." Okay. But like I used to tell y'all, and it's still true, it does not matter how you kin to somebody. It does not matter if you're married to somebody. Everybody has a different mind line and a different heart line. It doesn't matter about the bloodline. It doesn't matter how they kin to you. But like I said, that spirit lays dormant until the right moment to show itself. We think because we're no longer with the people that we are with, that we chose to have children by, that the drama is over. It depends on your baby daddy or your baby mama if you're going to continue to have drama. Because if you don't get them in check from the gate, you're going to have problems. And then if your children occupy some of that spirit that you procreated with this person with, your children is going to be the attachment to you until you see through them too. Because they could be acting just like the mama, just like the daddy. It don't matter. And then they could play a role in your face. Kids learn how to manipulate, or if it's in the bloodline, it flows. You just got to know and stop putting blinders up to it and deal with it. Get with the program. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check them children. Get them straight. Because they know what they doing. The mamas will use them, or the daddies will use them to cause havoc in your life. And then you wouldn't even have to have no havoc in your life if they was treating you right. The woman was treating the man right, or the man was treating the woman right, whoever doing wrong. You wouldn't have to interfere. You wouldn't have nobody else. They wouldn't be with nobody else. They would be with you. But then you want to cause disharmony somewhere else. Ain't nobody gonna keep going through stuff with people the rest of their life. They refuse. Life is too short to be tripping. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you.